welcome back to the Fix. It's Born Out here with Javi.
Hey.
Guess that we have in the building today the head of Back to the Future Limited.
Music Limited.
Music Limited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You usually tell the people, like, introduce yourself and say all of that. Back to the Future Music Limited. Like,
Yeah, get it right.
Yeah, man. It took it was a hard struggle to get there.
Yeah.
So we have to make sure that the limited come. Yeah. Understand?
That's right.
I official and all these things. Sorry, I interrupted. Sorry.
No, that's cool. That's cool. So yes, the head of Back to the Future Music Limited, Mr. Kennedy Mensah. Kennedy.
Thank you.
Mensah, people call it Kenny too?
Yo, we look like we're gonna have fun tonight.
No, super artist.
we gonna have fun
Nobody
tonight.
calls it
Oh wow.
Kenny or Ken is just Kennedy.
Kennedy. Because you have 4 different versions of it. You can be Ken, you can be a Kenneth, you could be a Kenny, you could be a Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
And mine is actually Kennedy. Some people do call me Ken, but not very often, no. If it's a nickname thing, then it's going to be President.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I was yes.
Kennedy. Yeah.
No, don't. Why is he putting the two together trying to assassinate people around here?
I thought that was the idea behind it.
Yeah, that's how it came about. But when you put the two, so in a former life, I was going to be an artist. And and that was my name, President Kennedy. But when you make lyrics with that, it's a bit too long. So then we just shortened it to President. And then I found out that my calling was not actually as an artist. My calling at that time was a journalist. So it became the President. And that was my pen name.
Oh, God.
So wait, why you say you found out that your calling is not in music? What happened?
As an artist.
I
just wasn't that good. Everybody got to know their limitations, and I was not that good.
At what point you accepted it? Because I know a lot of artists are like, of course.
Okay, so I grew up on a sound system called Saxon Sound.
Okay.
Saxon Sound, that's where you get Maxi Priest is the most commercially successful from Saxon Sound. The artist I used to follow was a gentleman called Papa Levi. Mm-hmm. He did a song called My God, My King, which was actually the first British DJ to be #1 here in Jamaica. My God, my King. More recently, there's a track called Rockstone with Stephen Marley, Capleton. Oh. And in that, Stephen Marley does the fast style from My God, my King.
Okay.
Jam on me cool, no stubborn like mule. That one, that fast style there. Yeah. That was Papa Levi. So I was trying to be the next Papa Levi because he was the guy. But then we get to like college years, and I'm like, yeah, when I get older like them man, I'm gonna be great like them man. And then I realized that Tipper Irie, who's also part of Saxon, it's just a couple years of me. I'm never gonna be as good as that. So that was when I parked the microphone and then sought new avenues, and then I found the pen, and that's when I realized that my calling was to be a journalist at that time.
Yeah, because you became a journalist in the 90s.
Yes.
For the UK paper. What was it called again?
The Voice newspaper.
The Voice. UK newspaper.
Ragazine.
Yeah, tell us about that. Because it was mostly about reggae.
Not mostly. Completely. So in England we have this thing of we don't like to pronounce everything. So we have to shorten everything. Mm-hmm. So in the late 80s, when you get to just past the Pinchers and Sanchez era, we're getting into the rise of Shabba Ranks. Mm-hmm. At the time, we didn't know what to call the music that was happening. So like I had a friend come over from Jamaica, and he would ask me, well, what kind of music are you into? And I was into sound tapes at the time. I said, well, what are you into? He said, lyrics, sound system, lyrics. Because we didn't have a name for it. Mm-hmm. So now we call it dancehall. But then there was a spate of records that came out. So you had like the Great Jukes, Junior Delgado with Ragamuffin Year. Mm-hmm. Then you had Dennis Brown and Gregory Isaacs had a tune called Big All Around. And in it, the refrain was Ragamuffini, Muffini, Ragamuffini. And then the same Tipper Irie and Peter Honeygale had a song called Ragamuffin Girl. So then we start calling the music ragamuffin. But we're in London. Ragamuffin, too much syllables. So when you're DJing, people come and ask you, have you got any ragga? So then we were into ragga. So I start writing. I'm studying to be a journalist. So I marry my hobby, which is buying records and playing music with the journalism. So I'm writing a reggae column. So I married the ragga with the magazine, Ragazine. And that was the name of the column, launched in May 1990 in the Voice newspaper. So that's when I date my official entry into the business.
Okay. So a lot of people, well, probably watching this and say, like, you know, what's Back to the Future Music Limited? And who are you and what do you do in that capacity of, you know, head of that company? First of all, just let the people know that you guys are putting on a Grammy ceremony this Saturday, honoring reggae greats in the business. So before we get into that, tell them more about how Back to the Future came to be. Okay, so
let's try and we'll try and give you the abridged version. So I pivot from being a journalist in the late 90s into 2000. I'm approached by this publishing company. That company was called Westbury Music, and they had some legacy catalogs. So they were looking after people like U-Roy, Max Romeo, John Holt, them kind of legends, Winston Riley, Bonnie Lee. So I went in as a consultant to look at their reggae catalogs and see if I could do anything with it. Man like Derek Morgan, also Monty Morris. And that was the beginning. So I went in as a consultant. I was there for 8 years. By the end, I was the head of the reggae catalogs and the head of the copyright department of the company. So in 2008, that's when I find myself on my own, set up this company, Back to the Future Music. Then we had to add on the limited. Like I said, it was a long slog.
Yeah, why? Why you had to add on?
So it's how you incorporate a company. So as Back to the Future on its own, I was just a self-employed entity. So to become an actual incorporated company and you pay corporation tax and all these things, you then become a limited company, a limited liability company. So this company stands on its own. So it's a company. I just happen to be the person who does most of the work at the company. Yeah. So that starts in 2008. So the company is split in two. So the core business is music publishing that looks after artists and producers as songwriters. This is important. So it's those who are involved in the writing. So whether you are an author writer or a composer writer. So in publishing, everybody is a writer. But when you're speaking to people, when you say, well, like if you're speaking to an artist especially and you ask them, did you write 100% of your song? Because we work in percentages. They're like, yeah, man, I me write my song. And you're like, but what about the rhythm? I feel him think that. So then you didn't write 100% of the song because the musical element of that recording also has its own part of the copyright. So we would split that 50-50. So that's one half of the business for writers. The other half is for record labels and performers, everybody who performs on a recording. So that is everybody, including the backing vocalist, the percussionist, as well as the featured artist. And I always use this example of, say, the Diwali rhythm. There's some claps in the Diwali rhythm.
Yeah.
So if you happen to be clapping in the studio, you are also a part of that recording. So if your work is in that recording, you are also entitled to some royalties. And that is the second half of our company that we administer. Those rights are called neighboring rights.
Okay. It seems like the company has been built off the back of that. The sentiment has been that producers and engineers haven't really gotten the credit that they deserve over the years. So what do you think, or why do you think this continues to be the case? I see that you're honoring engineers and producers at the event as well.
So some engineers, because with the neighboring rights, engineers aren't always recognized as a payable role because the way that the rights were created, they deemed that an engineer is working on a finished product. So you're just you're making sure that the sound is as perfect as it can be. Okay. But you're not physically creating a new recording. So unless you actually edit that recording, then you wouldn't be eligible to get paid. So it's mostly producers, not necessarily engineers. But if you are an engineer who does editing and or recording, you might play some percussion, like say King Jammies, then you are eligible for royalties. So then yes, we would look after them. Why is it important to recognize these people? Because they don't get the recognition. So we take it back to when I was a journalist then, or even before that, when I'm in a party and I'm rocking to a song. So let's say Admiral Bailey. At the time, those are the tracks that I got into the music on. I know Admiral Bailey. I don't know about your Bobby Digital. I don't know about your Steely and Clevie. I don't know about Uncle T. I don't know anybody behind the scenes. Yeah. Unless, now I'm beginning to sound a little old. Unless I pick up the record and I read the credits at the back. Yeah. And only what in England we would call train spotters would do that. So like DJs who are really interested, who want to know more about the recording, will pick up the album sleeve and look at the back and know who these people are. Yeah. The general public may never actually see that recording. All they're doing is dancing. Exactly. So there's no chance for them to celebrate the people behind the scenes. Yeah. But all of those people are involved. Even the people who create the sleeve, the actual sleeve, the artwork, yes, are involved in creating this product and making this product great. So they also deserve some time in the spotlight. Yeah.
Is the second edition of this? What led to the actual creation of it?
Okay, so
of the ceremony itself.
So it stems from a gentleman called Ansel Collins. So a quick story about Ansel Collins. If you know the recording Double Barrel, he was one half of Double Barrel's David Ansel Collins, but he's also a great musician. If you know the Stalag 17 rhythm behind Ring the Alarm and Kuuno and Bam Bam, Sister Nancy, he was actually the original artist on the original Stalag 17 because it was an instrumental. So it was Ansel Collins was the artist. Yeah. So it's the end of 2023 and I'm on Facebook, as you do, just, and I see Ansel Collins. We've been representing Ansel Collins for a few years and he's on Facebook and he's got this picture and he's holding this Grammy certificate. And I'm like, so I pick up the phone and I'm like, but Mr. Collins, I will lick your chip. Why all of a sudden you're there bragging and boasting about this Grammy certificate. And furthermore, I've been to your house a couple of times. How comes I haven't seen this certificate before? He says, me just get it. I'm like, what do you mean? And what was it for? So now history. 1985, first ever reggae Grammy, Black Uhuru. 1986, second reggae Grammy, Jimmy Cliff, Cliffhanger, Ansel Collins on that recording. So now we come to 2023. His daughter-in-law doing some research to put together a website for her father-in-law, goes and does some research online and comes back and says, Daddy, where your Grammy there? And he's like, which Grammy? So then she goes and does more research. So as a participant on that Grammy-winning album, also for a Grammy-nominated album, if you participate, like we said with the neighboring rights, you are also entitled to a certificate, but you have to actually apply for it and have to prove your contribution, then you have to pay. So this is what the daughter-in-law did. And there we are on Facebook, Mr. Collins with his certificate. So I'm like, but Mr. Collins, this is a big deal. Yeah. You can't just put up a picture on Facebook just so and just leave it like that. So me just get it. So we commissioned an article. Article gets published. and we have a weekly newsletter. So on our newsletter, that was the front page of our newsletter with Ansel Collins with his certificate. Then we get a phone call from one client. He's like, I'm supposed to get one of them something there. Then another client, my husband's supposed to get one of them something there. I sure he's supposed to get something in. I'm like, really? So I go back to 1985, look at all of the nominated albums and the winning album, come back to the year 2024. And so I'm looking to see if any of our other clients are eligible for certificates. So at that time, when I finished, it was 105 certificates that we could apply for.
Wow.
My sentiments exactly, my dear. So I'm like, yo, there's something here.
105.
105. I think it was either 104 or 105. The numbers blur into one when you get to my age.
Yeah, but that's still a lot though. Like,
exactly.
And then you have to apply for it.
You have to apply for them and you have to pay for them.
So how do you get it? Like they mail it to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But when they mail it, it's just the certificate that they mail.
Not laminated, not framed. It's
No.
just...
No. You have to do that part yourself.
Okay.
So you guys don't necessarily have a relationship with the Grammy organization itself?
Not yet.
Okay.
No, only a customer client relationship at this time.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you discovered that, that's when you decided to do the certificate
ceremony.
ceremony.
So in the beginning, it was just going to be something nice for Ansel Collins. So then we discovered that we have this 100 and something certificates. So then when we did a deeper dive, about 40 of those certificates were due for Mr. Dean Fraser.
Yeah.
Yes. Dean has played on
40 out of the 100 odd.
out of the 100 odd, yes.
We make
yes.
Dean so craven.
Or
No, not Craven. Great.
Yeah.
Yo.
Now we get a message.
You're going to get a page in that.
hands working. Talented.
Yes. Because he has played on every year, apart from, I think it's two years. And even that's probably because we just don't have the credits yet. But apart from about 2 years, he's been on at least one nominated or winning reggae album. And even he's also on Lauryn Hill's album. So that includes as outside of reggae. But inside the reggae idiom, he has been contributing to at least one a year.
I think he's one of the most underappreciated legends in Jamaican music.
And as you say that, he's the most celebrated of those behind the scenes. So if as the most celebrated and he's underrated, think about everybody else.
Exactly. Earlier you said something that I wanted to ask you about it. How do you think we can properly document and celebrate the people behind the music? Because they say we mostly know the artists. So how can we do that?
Well, things like this.
Yeah.
Because so again, if we go back in the day, you could know who a Lloyd Gitsy Willis is. You could know who a Neville Hines is because you'd be able to see the credits on the sleeve notes. But now we've gone so far that even when you get the credit, if you go and say a Spotify and you go and look on the contributors, you're not seeing the musicians. You're not seeing them. Yeah. So to be honest with you, I do not know how we're going to do it, but I guess projects like this will help.
Yeah.
Will help. But I wish I had the answer.
Let me ask you this though, because the Grammy, at least conversations surrounding the Grammy in relation to dancehall reggae, that's had its fair share of controversy in the past, with a lot of people within dancehall reggae feeling snubbed or overlooked. Do you think that we should try to do more to forge a relationship with the Grammys, or do more to forge our own path in celebrating our own?
Well, it's a bit of both. So there is now a ceremony called the Caribbean Music Awards.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, we are too.
Because over the years, I've seen awards ceremonies come and I've seen them go. So if they can maintain, because the level at which they've come at It's a great level.
Yeah.
It's a great spectacle. I love it. But it's not just reggae, for one. For two, with our scenario, like I said, we do a weekly newsletter. If we have a client of a week and they get record of the week or record of the month on a radio station, and that radio station publicizes the fact, we celebrate that. So if it's the smallest celebration, we're going to celebrate it. If it's the biggest celebration, we're also going to celebrate. We might just make a little bit more noise, but no matter what it is, whether it's the Ghana Music Awards, whether it's the Korik Awards, whether it's Irama, so long as our clients are being celebrated, we're going to celebrate the fact. Now, when it comes to the controversy surrounding the Grammys, somebody, as far as I'm concerned, somebody somewhere decided that this recording by, who should we say? Should I pick a real controversial one, or should we go easy?
No.
Come on. Let's have
I forgot where I am. It's the fix. I don't know why them call it fix up. It should I need a mix up? I forgot where I was.
fun, Kennedy.
Oh, wow. Oh, I nearly fell for it. Oh, no, we not do that something there. No. So let's be a nice and easy one.
Yeah.
So you have a Freddie McGregor album, or Morgan Heritage album, wins the Grammy. And we have two gentlemen on there who are producers on that Grammy Award winning project. Of course, I'm shouting it from the rafters.
Yeah.
So one of the gentlemen in question, who I think you've had him on your settee, gentleman called Shawnee B. He was a producer
Yes.
on the.
Not this one, but years ago. When
Indeed.
He's very much afraid to come back here. You know.
Partly
we cause some problems. Yeah,
you can't say. Oh,
it's not that shot. This is
because it was mix up.
reality.
Because you was mixing up. I remember.
No.
Yes. Because you got asked him to say something about who's the hottest, and he fell for it.
Oh,
Poor
God.
Shawnee.
Poor
Yeah,
Shawnee.
you got my brother there, man.
Him traumatized to this day. This is like 7 years.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
We're friends.
I forgot where I was for a minute. So Shawnee B. So as you know, Shawnee B is quite celebrated and
Yes.
very well known, as you'd say in Jamaica. But his co-producer is a gentleman called Don Chandler. Actually, we share a birthday, me and Don Chandler. So I'm a twin.
Hey.
Yeah, but most people wouldn't know him. Bass player extraordinaire. So he's played behind a lot of artists. He used to go on the road with like UB40, those kind of musicians. He also has a YouTube channel where he's breaking down bass lines. But outside of the industry, you wouldn't know our Don. But he's a great musician.
Yeah.
So shining on a spotlight on someone like a Don Chandler, Alan Weeks, Neville Hines, Gitsy Willis. Gitsy Willis now. Let me give you... You know about Gitsy Willis?
No, I know the name.
No.
Okay. So Gitsy Willis, songwriter extraordinaire. Not a lot of people know that, as Michael Caine used to say. So John Holt had a song called Alibaba. Right, he wrote that. There's a song by a lady called Joya Landis called Moonlight Lover, covered again and again and again. He wrote that. Dennis Brown's song called Concrete Castle King, which also gets covered every so often. He wrote that. But his biggest claim to fame then would be that it was him and Sly Dunbar who did a rhythm called the Santa Barbara, which became the Murder, She Wrote rhythm, which is sampled again and again and again. Very unassuming man. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. But celebrating a man like him is a joy.
Yeah.
Because if you walked in here, well, if you were able to walk in here right now, you wouldn't know who he is. But if when I start naming his catalog, all of a sudden you look at him differently. And that's how it is. I'll give you another quick story about Ansel Collins. When I started doing the neighbouring rights for Ansel Collins, go on the net, do some research, start putting in the registrations, send them to the organisation over there called PPL. So PPL, the record company side, the equivalent over here is Jams. So if you know Jams, then their sister society, PPL. So I sent in hundreds of registrations to PPL for Ansel Collins. They phoned me up. They're like, who is this guy? Because you're sending in too many registrations. We don't believe you. Because it's literally thousands of recordings that this man has played on. Because he was a member of the Revolutionaries as well as being a session musician. So during from the 60s to I Wayne, he was played on everything. He was one of those gentlemen that when session is on, who's going to play keys? They called for Ansel Collins. So when it came time to celebrate him and bring him out of the shadows into the spotlight, for me, it's a joy.
Tell us more about the Grammy Certificate Ceremony.
Right. Back to what Naro had asked before.
Yeah.
Why are we doing it?
Yeah.
So it like I said, in the beginning, I was just trying to do something nice for Ansel Collins. But then it was like, because then we were gonna go to a restaurant, present it to him. Now we've got 70. We're like, I'm not having 70 dinners. No man, you know what I'm saying? I have to come beg your thing. So no, we're not doing that. So we're like, all right then, maybe we can do some form of a ceremony. But then we had a gentleman in Florida who was unable to fly at the time. And he had 7, gentleman called Radcliffe Dougie Bryan. He also played, he was an actual member of the Sensations and also the Toots and the Maytals. So he was one of the musicians behind Toots and the Maytals. So he had 7 certificates to collect. I think it was 3 winning ones and 4 nominated ones. So in July of last year, we went to Florida to a place called the Island Caribbean Space Museum. So it's a museum that is dedicated to the Caribbean, all of the Caribbean islands.
Okay.
So we went there and did a smaller ceremony. Then we came to Jamaica, where we gave out 55 certificates.
Wow.
And then we gave out the rest in London, which is where Shawnee B and Don Chandler received their certificates. So it turned into a series of events. So we never set out to do it. I would like to think that I'm the visionary and this is what I had planned in 2023, but no. And since we did it in 2024, it's just growing legs. So now we've expanded and we're collaborating with others. So we're collaborating with Steely and Clevey Productions.
Yeah.
Just so happens that it's 40 years since the duet that we now know as Steely and Clevey were first in the studio with King Jammies, playing on sweet reggae music behind Nit. Cool, I sound a bit knowledgeable, don't I?
Hey, this is what you love.
Why that's so funny with a British accent? Why? That's hilarious.
So yeah, so
Steely.
it's 40 years of Steely and Clevey, and it's also 40 years, as we keep saying, of the first ever Reggae Grammy. That's the coincidence. And then we've also partnered with a company called Royalty Network Incorporated. So as an independent publishing company, in order for us to give a service akin to what you get from a major publishing company, we've had to create a network of sub-publishers. So we have sub-publishers in South Africa, Germany, France, Japan, South America.
Yeah.
So as Bugle would say, we cover the world like Google.
Which is right.
Right,
Shout
there you
out
go.
Bugle.
Right. So our sub-publishers in the United States is Royalty Network Incorporated. So they sub-publish us over there, and we publish some of their catalog in the UK, as well as doing some neighboring rights for them. So we're also they're honoring some of their clients. So in that you've got T.O.K., Christopher Birch, Robert Livingston, Brian and Tony Gold, Tony Rebel. Who I'm gonna get in trouble with? Oh, Fatis Burrell. Ooh,
Fatis, man. I forget Fatis.
I know, right? Computer Paul.
Yes, Computer
Jeez, I'm in trouble. Let me drink water and mind my business.
Oh, you call them the honorees? Okay, yeah, so
No, those are the ones who are Royalty Network clients.
oh, okay.
So they're being honored by Royalty Network,
Yes.
but at our ceremony.
yes.
And that relationship comes about because we have a working relationship with Royalty Network.
I see.
Right.
Alright, so tell the people them when, where, time this all happening.
Okay, so it's at the ATL. I'm trying not to do it in a British accent for you, but
Yeah, just
we
do it in
we would say Audi.
Yeah.
We would say Audi showroom.
What will you say?
Oh,
Audi. Audi.
Yeah.
What you say?
Audi. It's German.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's the Audi showroom.
Those who don't know.
Aye.
Which
So it's-
We say hard. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that. See, he was coming for me. Did you see that? Did you see that? He was coming for me, you know.
No. Okay. But the one know the difference. Like, yeah, what's that different? That way, me don't know.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so it's at the ATL Audi showroom
Yeah.
on Oxford Road.
Okay.
It's the doors open at 6 p.m. Actual show time is 7 p.m. But it is invitation only. So unless you're an honoree, a guest, or some media, only the ones who don't try kung fu with. Javi,
No
you welcome, baby.
Yeah, I heard.
You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? That troublemaker. Jeez, please,
I haven't given trouble in years.
You haven't been trouble in years.
Years. Yeah.
Is that right?
Really
Nice.
trouble.
Is that right?
But it's like an intimate
Yes.
setting.
Oh,
Yes, it is. Yes. So it's we do it like theater style.
No.
So we've got food being supplied by Tasties. We've got
Party
Castle.
all night. Man.
well
They got
well,
chicken too and fries.
yeah, we've got the drinks from Castle Black Rum.
Okay.
We've got cocktails from BMI actually.
Yeah.
BMI being, like BMI ASCAP. So BMI actually sponsoring the cocktails.
Yeah.
So when you come, Javi, sorry, when you forward,
Yeah.
Javi, I don't want no why from that gentleman over there.
They're white.
I was lining it up from cocktails.
We're being mature, right?
Oh.
I wasn't saying a thing.
Dear, oh dear, oh
I was
dear.
not saying a thing.
Oh,
Stress so
stressing out the young people around here.
So we can come for cocktails at 6
Yes, indeed. Yes,
and
indeed.
then showtime is at 7.
At 7
What day?
on Saturday.
There we go. This Saturday,
Yes.
September 13th.
Indeed.
Yeah, man. Be there for the people who get to know it.
This is not for everybody.
It's a great initiative. There's a great look.
Thank you.
There's a lot of unsung heroes in reggae and dancehall, and this is one such event that serves to honor and recognize them. So it's a great thing, man.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Love to see this.
There you go. Shout out to Back to the Future for I want to big you up sometimes to put on a website and yeah. Sometimes things some little things. So I'm saying, okay.
Well,
You never in charge of that, no? I'm saying we do that for real. Like I said, like,
well, I mean, if that's what we're doing, then when you do have some of our clientele on your settee, we always like it also.
Okay.
Yes, like when you have say a governor. Oh, actually, as we say that, I did notice when you did the Idonia, the opening shot was our work.
Yeah.
You opened it on the certificate that we gave to Idonia.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I was like, yo. I had to knock on the door and say, Izzy, come look at this. Yeah, come see this.
Look at the
come
half
see.
second that
Yes.
feature, yeah.
Yes.
I made it.
This is this is our work.
Oh, God.
Yes, I see you. You focused in on the Idonia certificate,
Yes.
and you panned out, and then started the interview. I said, "Yes, we know we did something good. We know we did something good."
Of course.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, so big up.
And also, we've been watching you from when you were at the university, seeing the growth,
Wow.
seeing the maturity.
Yeah,
Seeing the
I like what I said that dignified.
For him.
yes, seeing how you've been taking responsibility.
Indeed.
Because I was a journalist and I saw how it was. Because when I was writing, I'm just there, and at that time, I make myself feel old again. I was there with my typewriter. Time there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man,
yes.
you never had to say that part.
You as old as dirt. You as old as dirt.
Them time there, you be clickety clackety into the night. Then you'd have to, that's right. No, not
That's
ping.
right.
That was ping at the end, and that was so. That's why on your computer, nowadays it says enter, but before it used to say return, because it was a carriage return. So that's what you were doing. So you were returning the carriage, ping, and then clickety clackety, and then you'd have to take out the paper, take it to the newspaper, and deliver your copy. Nowadays you just press send.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is it was very lowly at that time, and what was coming out of your fingertips, you didn't realize that somebody in Australia was receiving your words until such time as you have that moment when somebody looks you in the eye and tell you something, and then you realize that your words do have power.
True.
So I saw all of that. I saw that moment.
Yes.
I think we all saw that moment and heard that moment.
World star.
But I mean, when all is said and done, it can be lonely, and you don't realize the power of your voice until that moment.
True.
And when you get that moment, it's like when your car shows you what death looks like. Now you drive a bit more carefully.
Right. Like ocean.
Exactly. You don't have to be what we'd call a boy racer. Because when I started driving, I was terrible. I had to buy petrol every 5 minutes. But then you calm down.
Yeah.
And then now, when you do interviews, you're doing interviews.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. Now you're some seasoned journalist. Soon get some of these, mate.
I'm already here.
Right? The grays are kicking in. I don't love it.
I already did. So yeah, man, journalist to journalist, respect.
Yes.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Again, good job with this. Good initiative. Great initiative for our fans. So keep on.
Bless you.
Yeah, man, big up to you and the team. And the job that y'all doing.
As you said, the team. Thank you for getting me out of trouble there.
Yeah, man.
So Richie, First Lady Izzy, Tony Ann, Just Creative, Clear Sounds, especially. We have to big you up, and a very special thank you to ATL and Audi. They've been very kind to us from the beginning. Ultra Signs, you see, I can never get them all right. Oh dear. We I get young round here.
That's why the
Can't forget about Joel.
Never.
No. And I better not say that one. I'll get myself in more trouble. So yeah, but thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys.
You mentioned Richie. Your Richie feelings are family kind of look at that.
Do you know you're about the second person to say that? I don't think Richie good looking like me, I don't think so, And I don't do mix up like that neither.
You're like the miniature version.
Oh wow.
No.
Miniature even.
Miniature.
I saw Richie feelings big.
I'm not no comment. That's how between Richie and him woman, if him have one.
Where's your why?
It's not what we're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? He can't help himself, can he?
Can't.
Richie feelings. Our people are the fix. It's Kennedy Mensah.
There you go.
Yes.
Back to the Future.
Representing.
Music Limited.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Prananana.
The fix are we that give thanks.
Bless it.